Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a guide on what to gamble for as a level 1 character after you do your challenge rift and you're trying to get the best start possible in Season 16. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, I will provide a link to this tool in the video description. This is an amazing tool. This is something from d3planner.com. I did not make this, so don't give me credit for this tool. This is just something that I use, and it's absolutely incredible. You can sort it by level and class, and it will show you what's available to gamble for, and then you can change this percentage, and it will show you what the odds are, like how many blood shards it would take for you to have an 80% chance to get that item. So, like, just for example, if I wanted to gamble a gold for a gold wrap as a level 1 demon hunter, it's saying to have an 80% chance to get it, I would need to spend 992 blood shards. So, you know, if you'd have to spend about 1,000 blood shards to feel really good about your chances to get a gold wrap as a level 1 demon hunter. And that's kind of the gist of the tool. So if you're curious about what to gamble for as a level 1 character, you're going to want to click the link that I provide to this Kadala D3 Planner tool thing, and make sure you change this level to level 1, and then select your class, and then you can kind of go over, and it even brings up the tooltip if you mouse over. So this will let you kind of plan your avenue of attack when you're a level 1 character and you're spending your blood shards from your challenge rift. So what I'm going to do is kind of go through each class and give you my thoughts on what I would kind of recommend gambling for. So let's just start at the top here and go with Demon Hunter. On the DH, I would say to go for either the Hellcat Waist Guard or Wraps of Clarity. The Hellcat Waist Guard is going to give you a pretty decent damage buff for the leveling process. There's also a passive that you can use to help buff grenades, and it'll just make the leveling process a little bit easier, give you a little bit more AoE damage, and help you when you're a fresh level 70 character. You can also go with Wraps of Clarity. These are something, you know, that you can use throughout the entire leveling process. It'll be a big damage reduction for you, and it's even going to be something that you're going to want in the cube or something when you hit level 70. It'll help you when you're a fresh level 70. Now, if you don't feel like you need any of those, Leoric's Crown is going to be one that is a good gamble for any character. I'll try to remember to pop up a video showing a test I did today. I made a level 1 character. I went into a game, spent blood shards until I got a Leoric's Crown, and I think it took 100 blood shards, and I got a perfect 100% Leoric Crown, which would be GG to get as a level 1 character. Now, you do have to wait until level 16 to use it, I think. I don't know why this says required level to gamble if below level 16. I don't know why this says level 5, but you have to be level 16 to use the Leoric Crown. But I was able to get one as a level 1 character, so you know this tool works. And yeah, it says you should expect to have to spend about 250. I spent 100 and got a Leoric Crown. So it's very common to get a Leoric Crown. So if you want to go like the safest route on your character, gamble for a Leoric Crown, and you will be getting really good XP once you hit level 15 or 16 to wear it, and then you can throw a ruby in there. Switching over to the Barbarian. On the Barbarian, I think you're going to want to gamble Bracers, because we can see Bracers of Destruction are going to help Seismic Slam do a lot more damage, so you can use that during the leveling process and as a level 70. Bracers of the First Men are going to be a massive buff for Hammer of the Ancients. It's going to make it attack a ton faster and do a ton more damage. So if you get either one of those, you're going to be doing a lot of damage on the leveling process. That's what I would recommend going for on the Barbarian. You could also go for Lut Socks to help yourself with leap so that you can kind of move around more, or Gold Wrap for toughness so you can really stay in there. But all in all, I would recommend going for one of these two bracers on the Barbarian. For Wizard, there's not a whole lot of great options. I would say just go for Leoric Crown or Pox Falls, because, you know, when there's 3 or more enemies within 12 yards, you'll release a stench that does extra damage. But, I mean, not a lot of great options here. Or you can always go with the Gold Wrap to get a decent, you know, toughness upgrade while you're picking up gold during the leveling process. So yeah, for Wizard, not a lot of great options. I guess these Blood Bracers are decent, but I don't really think they're that great. So I'd go with Pox Falls, Leoric Crown, and Gold Wrap. For the Witchdoctor, it's kind of the same story as the Wizard. So again, I would go with the Pox Falls, Leoric Crown, or Gold Wrap. You know, the Gazing Demise can be decent for the leveling process, but you know, I'll leave that up to you as far as kind of what you want to go for. It is pretty common. You have a good chance of getting it, but you know, being the Mojo, it's going to be something you're going to want to replace pretty quickly because of the damage number that it provides. So it's going to probably be something you cube, I guess, if you do get it. So that's why I'm not really a huge fan of that one. But yeah, for Witchdoctor, Pox Falls, Leoric Crown, Gold Wrap are kind of the ones to go for. As far as the Monk, it's an interesting one, and it's going to kind of be up to you on what you're looking for. I would probably gamble for Boots because I have a better chance to get something I'm going to use. Now, obviously, what you would want would be this Pinto's Pride, because it's going to give you a massive buff to Wave of Light, which is a really great skill to use early season for the Monk. But, you know, if you spend 750 blood shards, you're still only going to be 80% to get it, and you're not going to have that many blood shards when you're level 1. After your challenge rift, I think you get something like 400 blood shards. So you got to kind of be, you know, picky about what you're going for. So I would go for Boots because I have a better chance to get one of these two. The Rivera Dancers are going to give you a Lashing Tail Kick buff that'll help you along the way to, you know, hit elite packs and do some damage. And Crudus Boots, Mystic Ally is something I like to use as Monk sometimes on the leveling process, and that'll help with that. So I personally would go with Boots, but I don't think you're wrong to go Bracers, because there's a few, because if you get any of these 3, they are going to come in handy for you. So that's one that's kind of up to you, and you're going to have to assess what you want to go for there. On the Crusader, I would say to go for Gabriel's Vambraces, which is going to help your Blessed Hammer refund Wrath cost. And actually the starter set this season for the Crusader is all about Blessed Hammer, I believe. So that's a pretty good one to go for. That'll also help you when you get to level 70. And it's kind of the same argument for Guard of Johanna here, which is also a Blessed Hammer buff. So this one, I would probably go for the Bracers first, because you have a much higher chance to get them. At only 250 shards, you're 80% to get them, whereas Guard of Johanna is a lot tougher to get. So for Satyr, I would go for the Bracers first, and then if you get those early, I would go for Guard of Johanna. You can also go for Leoric's Crown. You can go for Bracers plus Leoric Crown. So again, you know, kind of do your own risk assessment there on what you want to go for. On the Necromancer, a lot of people usually go for these Grasps of Essence because Corpse Explosion is really good on the leveling process, and this is going to really help Corpse Explosion to carry you and your group during the leveling process and even for a fresh level 70. So that would kind of be my number 1 on the Necro, and you're pretty likely to get them. So I would go for those, and they are gloves. If you get those, I would probably go for Leoric's Crown after that, just because, you know, it's so likely. So if you can get Grasps of Essence plus Leoric's Crown, that would be awesome for you on the leveling process, and that's probably what I would go for on Necro, is gloves and then Helm. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this video on what to gamble for each class as a level 1 character when you're kind of starting out the new season. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comments. I'm usually really good about getting back to you to try and help out. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you're going to be playing, what you're going to be gambling for, and all that. So yeah, good luck in Season 16, and I will have a link to this D3 Planner gambling guide in the video description. And we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Peace.